Hey guys. For those who saw my previous post, I was just talking of how nannies, some nannies, not all, some tend to treat children not in the right way. But what I want to talk about today is you as a parent or as a child, someone who lives in that house with that nanny. How do you treat the nanny? Now, in where we live, my mom has always taught me and my siblings one thing: they're not nannies or maids or housemaids. They are aunties. Each one of them who's come to our house, we always call them auntie, and that shows respect. Yeah. And today, Izzy FM was just talking about how there was this child who asked the dad, "Dad, I love your watch. Would you give auntie that watch for a day? Would you give auntie that your house for a day or your job for a day?" And the father was like, "Never. I will never give her any of it." And the child was like, "But you leave me with her every day." Hmm? So this is a challenge to you as a parent. How do you treat her or him? Or you as a child living in that house, how do you treat your auntie? Or if you call her maid, I don't know. But if you call them auntie or even by her name, it's fine. But how do you treat them? You know, there's something Caroline Mutuku in her interview that I was reading on True Love, and it was saying of how her best advice was that she was told one day, when you get a house help, for example, learn to let her love your child. The reason being, when the house is on fire, chances are she will go inside and get your child. Yeah. So treat them well. How many of you as parents treat them well? How many of you invite their children over to sleep in the house? How many of you pay them well? How many of you invite her family to come and eat lunch, maybe on a Sunday afternoon? Or how many of you treat her or take her for a holiday, or when you go for a holiday, you remember to buy her a phone or new clothes or something like that. So the challenge is, how do you treat the person who always stays with your child 24/7? You get an off day on Saturday or Sunday, but you don't expect her to have an off day during the week. You want her to work every single day. It doesn't make any sense. So my challenge is, how do you treat the person who stays with your child? How do you treat them? Yeah. And you can just invite them you can invite her family over, or her children over, for lunch. Cook food for them that day. You treat her well, treat her family well, show her that you care, because when you show her that you care, she'll reciprocate that to your children, and that's very important. So I think it's good you treat them well, because in the long run, they're the one who cook the food. Yeah. And who knows what they can put in the food, So just treat them well, and that will be reciprocated to your children. That will be reciprocated, to your guests. Yeah, and that's very important. So it's a challenge for all of us. Treat them well, because in the long run, if your house is on fire, chances are they'll go inside the house and rescue your child. Enjoy your day.